At IEBC, there is the commission, then there is the secretariat. And one would assume that both levels of governance within IEBC ought to be working together. That today, as we find ourselves in a point where we could not get the report because the commission wasn't there, is that a role that is played by the commission, or could the secretariat as well release this report, because it is the secretariat that deal with the day-to-day running of the commission, if I'm not wrong, right? So then one asks the question, as we move forward then, how do we ensure that what we saw in 2022, the lessons learned, that we do not have a divided commission, these are part of the things that need to be discussed to put a stopgap into that, plus dealing with the political influence that we see in the commission. Because then again, remember, in the formation of this commission, there was the issue of political parties who were seconded to select the commissioners themselves. Are these perhaps some of the lessons we need to learn and fix?
First of all, I'll start by saying that, if there's any country in the world that has had the most electoral reforms, it is Kenya. You see the works that have been done by Professor Yashpal Gai, works that have been done by people like Ongoya, Zebedi. It's a lot of work in the election dispute management process of the Republic. But then begs one question. It's about good behavior of the people who are put in those places. Mostly it's not about the laws, because the laws are there. What is supposed to be done has been specified in the Acts of Parliament. But now the problem that we have, for instance, in the 2022 general elections, where we saw the commission is divided, then it means that we lack, first of all, to appoint people with integrity to hold those offices. Because you remember in the Constitution, you have Chapter 6 that talks about leadership and integrity. Anybody who goes to hold a public office, integrity is a very integral component of the person that holds that office. Because for members of a commission to come out and you find 4 members denouncing the results, and I think it was the chairman at that time, Wafula Chebukati, and the 2 people. They were the Cherera 4. And then the Chebukati. 3, the Chebukatis. Then you find that then the issue of integrity comes at play. Because you see, doubt has already been cast on the whole process. And once doubt is cast on the process, then the result cannot be good. So, in my view, and where I stand, it's not more about the laws that are being made, because the laws are there. If you are to come here with election dispute and management laws, they will be huge. You cannot even be able to read all of them. Judgments that have been done, books that have been written, commentaries that have been done. But now, the problem is not about the laws. It is about the people. So we, as Kenyans, I'll say the way President Museveni says, we have bad manners. So, like if you're in Uganda and they want to tell you that you have bad manners, they tell you stop behaving like a Kenyan. So you see, it is more. They tell you stop behaving like a Kenyan. So it's not more about the laws, but more about the people that we put to hold public offices in trust on behalf of the public.
Luciana.
Because, just to finish up, because if you say that you want to use the law to curb what happened in 2022, it's almost impossible. Because the people in power, if they can be able to influence, for instance, the same